Hello, and welcome to today's Pick a Card reading. I'm Satyr. Welcome to my channel. Today, we will be doing a Pick a Card reading about what fear you will be facing and overcoming soon. So if you have a fear about you, something you're like, I'm a little scared that that's going to come up, that's going to happen, blah, blah. And you're, getting in that space of trying to, figure out how to face that fear, go through it without all that anxiety. This reading will help. This reading can help you. We're going to have 4 piles today, as usual. We're going to have 4 piles. And we're going to get right into, hopefully everything we'll get is like kind of specifically what the fear is, what's causing the fear, how you're going to overcome it, like what kind of things. And we'll get some there will be like angel messages in there as well. So yeah, let's see how this goes, and I hope you enjoy the reading. I will be showing you the 4 piles very soon. And we'll get right into them right after, so here we go. Okay, here are the piles that we have to choose from. We have pile 1 with the Desert Rose Selenite, and then pile 2 with the Selenite Wand. We have pile 3 with the Amethyst Cluster, and pile 4 with the Smoky Quartz. Why do I always slip up? Anyway, with pile 4 with the Smoky Quartz. Take a moment, choose your pile, and I will see you in your reading. I will have timestamps down at the bottom, of course, and yeah, we'll get started on pile 1, so here we go. Hello, pile 1. If you chose the Desert Rose Selenite, this will be the reading for what fear you are facing and overcoming in the near future. So let's go ahead and get right into your cards. The first card we have here is the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Hearts. So your fear feels like it's very likely based around a fear of your own power, of your own magnificence. You might be someone who tries to keep it low key, who tries to be like, oh, I don't want to be too much around people. Like, oh, I don't want to, because I'll do too much or something. I'll be too much or something like that. Like you might feel like that. You might have a fear of showing out a little too much. I see you very soon facing that fear, and coming into your, outer self. Helicopter. All right. Your next cards, 2 cards, are the Knight of Pentacles reversed and the 3 of Cups reversed. Yeah. So I'm kind of getting from that I think where the fear kind of comes from is people kind of telling you not to be whatever it is you are. And it might have been like something that built up over time. With the Knight of Coins reversed right here, it feels like something that slowly, gradually became a thing where someone was like, this feels like someone with a lot of energy and multiple people around them being like, oh, that's a lot of energy. Could you just do a little less? And then eventually it became, okay, I'll do a little less. Okay, I guess I'll do less than that. Oh, okay, I guess I'll do less than that. And then eventually it grew into a fear of doing any amount. Like, any amount of you felt like doing way too much or something. So you're getting over that now. With the 3 of Cups reverse here and the Knight of Pentacles reverse, I'm just seeing it come from, like people around you wanting less out of you if you seemed to be doing too much, so that's what I'm getting here. The next cards we have out are going to be kind of what these fears are like, I don't know, made of. That's a good way to put it. And we have the Hierophant with the Occult Tarot card, which is Aureus. And it says, teaches astrology, the virtues of the stars and the houses of the planets, and how to understand them, transforms men with dignities, finds favor with friends and foes. And the next card we have out is the 10 of Wands. which is Marbas, and it says causes and cures diseases, tells secrets and things hidden, can make one shapeshift. So what I'm getting from that is kind of like what this like, let's call it like the resistance here. The resistance you're facing when you try to face this fear is really a lot about like, yeah, it's really overdoing it with the Ten of Wands, feeling like you're going to tire out others by just being yourself. You know, changing yourself to fit your environment, as opposed to just, you know, being yourself and letting your environment change around you. There's also a lot of like, yeah, like with the Hierophant here, many circumstances that you've been in where someone just was also like physically trying to change you, like literally trying to change you so that you weren't whatever it is you were most comfortable being. So now you like maybe live in this place of discomfort of being yourself. Like being yourself feels uncomfortable. So you're going to be facing that fear and getting back into yourself, getting back into who you really are. The next cards we have out are 2 angel cards. So the first one's from the Angel Tarot. It's the 4 of Pentacles, Mizrael. And it says, God liberating the oppressed. You've been oppressed. Pile 1. Someone's been oppressing you. Actively oppressing you. You are oppressed. Self-atonement says, self-atonement cures mental illness, deliverance from persecution. Yeah. I'm getting that this, yeah, because if it's, you know, curing mental illness, this is something that really got built into your mind, something that really got placed in there by someone that isn't you. Like, you didn't place it there. It was placed there, you know, to hinder you. So, like, you have been caged. You're one of the caged birds that tries to sing. And you are now bringing yourself out. You are bringing yourself out. You're going to be the one who forgives yourself for all the things and just lets yourself ride through. You're going to be letting yourself out entirely. And no one's going to hate you for it. It's deliverance from persecution here. This angel is trying to help it. They're going to help you do this in a way where you're not overdoing it. Even if you feel like you're doing the most, no one who matters is going to be like, oh my God, you need to stop. Like, no. You are going to like feel it in yourself and go, no, this is appropriate. This is what I'm doing. This is me. Your next card out, last card, is Phanuel, Angel of Truth. You're finding your truth. You're living your truth. This is what this angel is here for. They are helping you live your truth, live your realness, live your life without anyone else's say so. You don't need anyone's permission now. Good job, Pile 1. You're facing that fear. You're being yourself. You're living your life. You're doing you. And that's cute. That's good. That's the best thing. Okay. Thank you for being here, Pile 1. Did I say Pile 2 at some point? Whatever. Pile 1, you're doing an amazing job. And thank you for being here. And thank you for letting me read for you because this was really fun. Like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment if it resonated. Leave a comment if it didn't. Yeah, just get in there. Get in where you fit in. And I'll see you in the next reading. Pile 1. Hello, Pile 2. Pile 2, if you chose the Selenite Wand, then this is going to be your reading for the next fear you are facing. The next fear you are facing and overcoming. You're not just going to face it and back out. You're gonna win. You're gonna get it. So the first card we have out for you is the Ace of Swords. That's the Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades is the Ace of Swords. What I'm seeing for that is that your fear is based around your own thinking. It's definitely based around your ideas. Maybe you think you have bad ideas or something like that. I think you have a fear of like executing ideas. If you go like, "Ooh, I should do that," there's another voice in your head that goes, "No, you shouldn't do that." Like, you're gonna get rid of that voice. That voice is gonna go away. you are facing this, you are going to more than likely just activate yourself. Just let yourself be active in that instead. Let yourself, like, you know, have whatever that idea is. And even if that voice pops up and it's like, oh my God, you shouldn't do that, you're going to develop a new voice that's like, actually, because I think I shouldn't do it, I should do it even more. Like, oh, I'm going to go do it right now. Look, I'm going to go do it. Like, so that's the fear you're facing. You're going to overcome this. You're going to get around a voice in your head right now that might have been there for a while, that is like stopping you from doing things. Your next cards out are the Queen of Pentacles reversed, along with the Death card. So, yeah, with that I'm saying, like, this very quickly turns into a full transformation for you. I'm seeing the place this comes from is like this worry or something that what you are going to do will hurt you. Like, I see a fear of hurting yourself. Like, that's how possibly bad you think these ideas are or something. Like, that's just going to be something that hurts yourself. Like, you're going to be a confused Pokemon or something. Like, you think you have an idea and it's just a confusion. But it's not a confusion. It's something you can literally do, because you know, it seems like you have these ideas around, activities you should do, money that you could be making, just life you could be living, things you could be getting, stuff like that. And it feels like if it doesn't seem to make logical sense, then you're thinking to yourself, oh, then that's just a bad idea. That's just why am I thinking about that and not whatever I really need to be thinking about? But that instant idea in your head is exactly what you need it to do. And you're going to be learning that right now. And just executing a few of them with the Death card here, you know, just executing a few times, you're going to notice, like, oh wow, I've changed my life very quickly. I've changed my entire life very quickly just by executing like 3 of these things that and how many have I not executed? Like 3 million. Like I keep having them and then I don't do anything about them, and then you're gonna change like 3 and you're gonna be like, wow, okay, I guess I should keep doing this because 3 is a pattern and I've changed my life for the better with 3 things. Like, your next cards out are basically how this fear like manifests itself. Like I'm trying to, I said it better in pile 1, but I can't even remember. The cards out though are, this is from the Occult Tarot. It's the 4 of Cups, and it's, the name on it is Shax, and it says steals or fetches anything requested, including money and horses, reveals secret things, brings questionable familiars. And then the next card out is Baphomet, which is the Magician in this deck, and it says gives health and financial prosperity, connects one safely with divine. From that, I'm saying this kind of manifests for you like the energy you feel when you're feeling that fear of like doing it, is that you are going to start doing the worst things or something. You have this maybe belief in your head that once you execute one wild idea, you're just going to get wilder and wilder up until the point you are doing bad things, terrible things, the worst possible things. You're killing and stealing and doing all these things, and you're like, oh my God, why was no one there to stop me? But you don't need to be stopped. That's what I'm really getting here, is that you don't need to be stopped. No one needs to stop you. You don't need to stop yourself. You're not going to be doing anything, crazy right here. With the Magician here, this is coming in like twofold, where it's like you're getting kind of a negative side where you think like, oh, it might feel good for me, but then it'll be like bad for everyone else or something like, and the other side of it is like, well, maybe it'll just feel good for you, and you feeling good will be good for everyone. Maybe it could feel like that. Maybe you're safe to go along this route. Maybe you're safe to go along this route. you know, without worrying or something that things are going to go terribly. Your last cards out are 2 angel cards. The next one we have is the King of Cups, which the angel is Rochelle. And it says, God seeing everything. It says, restitution, finds stolen objects and discovers the person responsible. King of Cups. So with that right there, I'm getting that you are, very, very quickly, I really just see this really quickly working out for you in a short time, where you execute one and then execute another and then execute another idea, and you're just like, okay, nothing's getting out of hand. Everything I thought was going to go wrong didn't go wrong at all. Everything I thought was going to be the worst turned out to be the best. Like, if there's any pitfalls that could come from an idea, you'll see those quickly, and you'll avert, and you'll be in a flow that's really good for you. And here's why. So the next card out is Chesed from the Tree of Life. This is the Angelarium deck. Chesed, and that's the right hand, which is empathy. You are empathic. You are an empathic person. You are not going to be so out of your empathetic self that you would allow harm to others. You know, you would notice immediately if that was going to be the case. So you would you would immediately change course naturally, flawlessly, without having to think to yourself, if I even start from the beginning, it's just going to go bad. You can trust that your empathy will kick in at every single step. At every single step, your empathy will kick in, and you will be protected, and everyone around you will be protected. However your energy goes, however your idea gets executed, wherever you go, whatever you do, everyone around you will be safe and good and fine, including you. So trust your ideas. Execute them, even when they're wild. Just execute them. See what happens. You know, like, and you're going to get there really quickly. You're going to see so quickly. I'm seeing it happen so fast where you're just like, oh, wow, I've changed my life for the better with 3 ideas. I guess I should keep going on with my ideas. Here we go. Okay. Pile 2, that is your reading for what fear you are facing. Thank you for letting me read for you, and thank you for watching the reading. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if it resonated, leave a comment if it didn't. And I'll see you in the next reading, Pile 2. Good luck with your fear thing. You got this. Hello, Pile 3. If you chose the Amethyst Cluster, this is going to be the reading for the next fear you are facing and overcoming. You are going to overcome this fear, so good job. Good job already. So let's see. The fear that is coming in from here with this card is the 9 of Wands. I'm seeing that this is a fear that is very much based around the amount of energy you have. I think you're afraid of being tired out. And so maybe you are currently in a place where you do as little as possible so that you don't get overly exhausted. If you think about that, it kind of doesn't make sense. How do you do the least in order to not be exhausted? You know what I mean? Like, I think you're just going to be seeing that. You're going to be understanding that and facing this fear you have around being too exhausted. You know, because if you're currently doing the least and you still feel exhausted, that's, you know, that's what's kind of like off about it. You'll notice that. So if you have fears around exhaustion, we're going to see right now how you're facing those fears and how you're, you know, letting yourself get out of it. Just get out of it. So the next cards we have are the Ace of Swords reversed. Yeah, that's you getting the that's you noticing that this idea isn't like, oh, Maybe that's the thought that's like like ruining it or something. And then the next card we have out is the Nine of Cups reversed. You first off, what I'm getting immediately is that you have a lot of energy. With the Nine of Cups, you have so much energy. You have like one of the highest amounts of energy. And you just have this idea around you. Maybe this must be from some event in your life where you felt that level of exhaustion that you had never felt before. And you developed a fear of it immediately. Like it immediately, became like this really like, I have never been so tired. I have never been so off. I have never been so, and I never want to feel like that again. And now it's like you're out here like kind of really doing as little as possible so that you don't feel that exhausted again. But what I'm really getting from this is that like, yeah, you are going to realize that that formula just kind of doesn't work. You actually somehow feel more exhausted by pretending that you are going to be exhausted. If like feeling like you've been exhausted to your core kind of keeps you in that state. So you may not notice that now because you're so afraid of being exhausted that you don't even realize that you are exhausted. Like it's as if rest isn't something you expected it to be. That's kind of what it is. You're going to get that idea with the Ace of Swords reversed here. It's like, you may have been really living in this idea that you currently have so much energy, even though the Nine of Cups came in reversed, meaning like the amount of energy you do have, you barely have half of it right now. You're not using it to its full potential, and that's actually kind of tiring. That's a tiring thing, to be full of energy you're not using. It's making you like shaky or something. Let's get to the next cards. The next cards out we have, these are kind of like what it feels like when you're gonna face this fear. What it feels like when you actually get up to that spot where you're like, okay, I'm gonna face it, right? So the first cards we have out are the Tower, which is Vasago in this deck, and it says promoter of discord, war, arguments, and falsehood, gives generous responses. And next we have the Star, which is Gop. And it says, can cause love or hate, can make one ignorant and without sense, delivers familiars from other magicians, can move one from place to place. All right, so yeah, this is really telling me that like, the way you face this fear is like, and it's the Tower followed by the Star. Like, those are the cards that come like right after each other. Like, I think you see this as some sort of death. You really see this as like dying. Like the minute you use a certain amount of energy and then you like, I don't know, it's like an explosion that happens within you, and you're afraid that after that explosion, you'll never come back. But it's the Star immediately after, so it's like you're worried about it because it is an explosive amount of energy, but you're not going to die from the explosion. You're gonna be reborn. It's kind of like a phoenix death, like the phoenix burning and falling and then coming out from the ash again. So you get reborn. When you use this amount of energy you have, this like Nine of Cups energy that you have, it is high. It's a high amount of energy, but you come back from it every time. You can actually trust that you come back from it every time. That the moment you use it, you'll actually come back better, greater, like even more ready for whatever every time. You're gonna just trust that happens every time. Let's get your last cards out, which are angel messages. So the first angel we have is Mikhail, and that is the Emperor in this deck, and it says political authority gives safe travel, and protects against conspiracies. And then the last card we have out is an angel from the Angelarium deck. And it's actually one of the I can't remember, from the Tree of Life. There's the things on the Tree of Life. And it's Keter, the top one, the crown, which says spirituality. Yeah, what I'm getting from this is that the amount of power you have is intense. The amount of energy you have is intense. It's as if you could, you might be a person who could make a speech in a room and 3 to 5 people in the room are changed forever. And that's the day they learned. You affected people's lives just with your energy, and when you did that, you felt it too. You were like, I really went in. I really put a lot in, And you come off as an authoritative figure, and you kind of really bring people to a certain point just from being around you. They more than likely don't have that much energy, so it's like when you seem to be enough for, if you really go at it, a battery for 5 people, you know what I mean? That's wild. And it becomes a spiritual experience for them. It becomes it's something that you get from a much higher realm. It comes from somewhere really high for you. But yeah, that's the thing about, energy that comes from that kind of place. It's endless. It don't stop. It doesn't cut off. There is no tired point. Even when it feels like the explosion happens, even when it feels like the biggest thing happens, there's going to be a bigger thing. Sorry. You're actually going to get there, and that bigger thing isn't going to be worse. It's just going to be another thing that, revamps and comes up higher and higher and higher. I'm literally getting how the stock market works, where it's it's up and up and up and up and down, and then up and up and up and up and down, and then up and up and up and up and down. You can always bet on the up and up and up and up. It's just going to happen. The up and up and up and up will always be there. The down will always be there, but you don't have to fear the down because you're guaranteed the up and up and up and up. So yeah, you're facing this fear of just eternally going down or something. No, that's not going to happen to you. You're not going down like that. You're not going down like that. You're not going to be exhausted. It's never going to happen. Good job. Good job, Pile 3. That is your reading. I'm glad you were here for it. I'm glad I was here for it. I had so much fun reading for you, and thank you for letting me. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if it resonated, and if it didn't. And yeah, I'll see you in the next reading, Pile 3. Have a goodie. Hello, Pile 4. Pile 4, if you chose the Smoky Quartz Crystal, this is going to be your reading on the next fear you are facing and overcoming. So let's get right into your cards and see what this is, how you're going to face it and beat it. Here we go. Your first card out is the 5 of Pentacles. This is a fear of abandonment. You seem to have a fear around loss. Losing people, losing money, losing. Alright, sorry. You have a fear of loss around you. It might be really, just prevalent. It's just a really prevalent fear of losing out on something. Losing out on, home. People suddenly disliking you, stuff like that. Where you're just you might have a fear around even feeling safe. If you feel safe, suddenly a trigger happens in you where you're like, oh my god, why do I feel safe? Something's wrong. Something must be wrong. Something must be about to happen that's wrong. I can't feel safe because if I feel safe, then something will be wrong. That's kind of the fear you have going on. Well, your next card's out. We have the World. and the Two of Cups reversed. This is very much around love. This might have been like this fear may have started through a romantic relationship where it seemed like things were great, and then all of a sudden things weren't great, and it was the other person like telling you like it was something your fault or something, like something like that, where you were feeling most safe and most comfortable with them, and then all of a sudden they were gone. Like, that's kind of like what's going here. You had like your world turned upside down pretty much, like, and that may be how this fear started. That's probably how it came in. And now you kind of have that, and maybe you have even now like a fear of just relationships, one-on-one relationships, but even with like any kind of situation, you're just worried things are going to go wrong. Things are going to go wrong when you feel most comfortable, when you feel most like, so you kind of do your best to not feel comfortable. That's, not helpful. But I see you getting over this fear. Let's see what it's like when you're facing the fear, when it's really coming up, what that energy is like. We have the Five of Wands here, which says Agaris. That's the name on it. And it says, teaches languages, causes earthquakes, overthrows politicians or clergymen, returns those who have run away. And the card after that is the Knight of Pentacles, which says Decarabia. And it says, teaches the virtues of herbs and stones, makes birds appear and behave as though tame. So yeah, this is, I do see this like, really like if you get comfortable, if you start taking things slowly, that somehow triggers you to start fighting, to start like you have a fight response, not a flight response. You have a fight response. You have a very noted fight response in this, and you kind of like really just start throwing it out there. It probably starts in the head first, and then it's like, and then all of a sudden you're taking actions that come around these strange ideas, and it's all just coming from you feeling comfortable. That feeling of comfort triggers you now, which is a little sucky. Pile 4, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Here's your next cards out. They're both angel cards, and your first one out is The World Again. The angel is Damabiach, pronunciation, and it says God, the source of wisdom. It says Fountain of Wisdom, gives success in all ventures. With this, I'm immediately saying, yeah, like that first event that seems so huge, that seems so life-changing, you're going to have another one like it. This is as if you had, if that other thing felt like the world's worst miracle, you're about to have the world's best miracle. Like you're going to have a really good one. Where you're like, wow, I didn't think it could be this good. It's going to be your like, I said this in pile 3, which I don't know if you might want to watch. Because they were having like exhaustion issues, but like I was like, it's like the stock market where things go down, but then they go up and up and up like 4 times. And it's always that way. It goes down once, big, and then up and up and up like 4 times, like 4 or 5 times, right? But that's kind of what you're having here on a much grander scale. Like, it's just a much bigger event for you where you're going to really notice it. This could be like, the start of a brand new relationship that really pops off and doesn't end. You're just like, it's really going to always feel like this. And you look 30 years down the line and you're like, I can't believe it really always felt like this. Like, I can't believe there wasn't one moment where it didn't feel like this. Like, and then your last card out we have is from the Angelarium deck, the Angel Shatiel, which says Angel of Silence. Yeah, you're getting a new lease on peace. That's the way to put it. That's the rhyme. You're getting a new lease on peace. Peace is no longer going to be a thing that throws you for a loop. You are going to be able to sit peacefully, happily with another person and feel good. And just feel okay. No fear coming up at all. This doesn't even feel like a, like, if anything, this is the least amount of facing of a fear that it is, because what's happening is, like, it's not like there's some sort of, like, fight you have to do, but instead it's the other way around, where you're putting your hands down. You're not gonna fight. You're just gonna let it be. And then that feeling of safety will feel like safety again. That feeling of comfort will feel like comfort again. That feeling of peace will feel peaceful again. All of that anxiety around it is going to go away. Like that old event will be the old event, and what's new will be new. And that's just how you're going to have it. This is really, really destined. This is really, really just a destined thing for you. Good job, Pile 4. Even good job on Destiny. You know what I mean? Even Destiny deserves a good job. So yeah, that's your reading. Thank you for letting me read for you, and it was very fun. It was a very fun reading. Like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment if it resonated. Leave a comment if it didn't. And yeah, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.